Hello there gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast, where every day I take you through all the nerdy news that you need to know about. We're going to kick things off with action figures, and then if you want to hear about movies, pro wrestling, comic books, and all points in between, then you can watch the follow-up, the second part of this, over on my sister channel where I cover everything that's not action figure related. Figure that's the best way of doing it. That way, if you just want the toy goodness, then boom! It's right here on Model Behaviour. And we're going to kick things off with some more Earthworm Jim reveals from Premium DNA. Ah, my goodness. This is just my 90s nostalgic childhood, just brought to life in 3D beautiful action figure format and plonked in front of me. Man! I just love what they've done, converting the 2D designs into beautiful 3D action figures. First of all, Professor Monkey for a head. The name alone just screams 90s wackiness, but in the fun kind of way. I remember seeing these character designs in Sega Power magazine in, I don't know, 1993? Maybe, and just thinking, okay, this is kind of fun, bonkers, off the wall, and original and creative in its time. And the way that they were able to convert these into beautiful 2D pixel artwork on the Sega Mega Drive, they really outdid themselves. And then we got the Earthworm Jim cartoon that fleshed out the personalities of these characters, and they were so well written for a kids' TV show. The comedy was genuinely funny. And Professor Monkey for a head, yeah, the interplay dynamic between him and the monkey, it's great, it's wonderful. So we got him, and then we've also got Bob the Killer Goldfish. And this guy, he was one of my favorites because he's just a goldfish. That's all he is. But he's got he's got the mind of this dictator who has said, I will go forth and destroy. And he's just in his little glass fish tank, but he's carried around by this kind of brain-dead, giant, hulking cat monster. They're so much fun. So I don't have release dates or prices for these yet, but as soon as I do, I'm going to be very tempted. I'm going to be very tempted to pick them up because this whole line, they look so good with Earthworm Jim and Psycho revealed already. It looks like they're going all in, and I really, really dig it. This is hitting me right in the nostalgia bone, and I kind of love it. Hiya Toys have got another addition to their exquisite GI Joe line. This time they're doing Spirit Iron Knife. And look, it's 1/18th scale, so it's not so much within my wheelhouse. I like my 1/12th scale figures, but the amount of detail that they pack into these smaller creations, they just look gorgeous. All the exquisite ones that I've spoken about, it's all the same thing. They look terrific. Really nicely done. This is going to be $25, should be coming out about the fourth quarter of this year. And yeah, the Hiya Toys, there's no doubting the quality of the paintwork and everything in there. They look real pretty, man. They look real pretty. Lucky for me, it's 1/18th scale. That way I can kind of just step back and go like, all right, that's pretty, but I don't need it. If it was 1/12, I might be in trouble. Fury Toys have shown off more images of their lion god figure, their big, bright blue, hulking lion beast character, and oh my god, it looks so wicked. Available for pre-order on 5K Toys. This beast he's real tempting to me. And also, not to be confused, this is made by Fury Toys, not Furey Planet, which is a line from Maestro Union. It can get a little bit topsy-turvy, especially in my brain. But yeah, this is from Fury Toys, who are also making some anthropomorphic shark characters as well. They're going to do more of these mythical gods alongside this lion. There's going to be some real bangers, man. There's going to be some real bangers coming out of this line. I'm very tempted to pick up this lion god character. I don't need like a full set. I need to kind of tone things down a little bit as far as collecting goes, but this guy, he might have to be an exception to the rule. I mean, just look at him, man. He looks so awesome. SH Monster Arts have released kind of a sizzle reel for their upcoming Tigrex dragon figure. And this is just, it's enough to get the blood pumping, isn't it? You can't help but watch this and go, oh geez, I mean, I don't need like a T-Rex dragon looking type thing, but maybe I do. This is the year of just the crazy monsters coming out that are going to just break all of our wallets. And yeah, this guy's no exception either. So if you like what you're looking at, and I know you do, then you can go and check out, yeah, it's Tigrex SHF Monster Arts. It's probably going to be about $100, maybe a little bit north of that. It's hard to tell. I can't find an exact price and release date yet, but he's going to be hitting shelves very soon, if not like any day now. So I'm going to go out for a bit of a toy hunt later and keep my eyes out for him. You know, just for professional research reasons. Definitely. Saint Cloth Myth Whale Moses. Oh yeah, it's time for that regular segment on the show of Dave doesn't know what he's talking about. That's pretty much just the show, if we're being entirely honest. But it's an anime character, and whenever I cover these characters, people often mention them in the comments, and they're like, oh, I can't wait to get this Saint Seiya figure or whatever, or this one looks like a really good representation of that character. So it behooves me to bring them up and talk about them. Can't talk much about them as far as where they're from or anything like that, but I can at least comment from a completely professional standpoint. Does look like a pretty action figure. Going to be released around about September of this year. So yeah, if you're one of these folks who knows who this guy is, then well, this one's for you. The Super 7 Godzilla -1 figure is up for pre-order, and it's $85. So it's not cheap, but it does also look like possibly the best Godzilla -1 figure out there. There's one by SH Figure Arts, but man, that's really expensive. And I think it's going to be considerably smaller than this as well. This looks like a really big, thick, chunky representation of this particular Godzilla, which genuinely I think is the coolest Godzilla design that we've ever had. I was never a big fan of the Legendary one, and of course if you go back to the late 80s, early 90s, I kind of dug that classic era Godzilla, but this is just that incredible mashup of just a terrifying looking dinosaur beast that's also just kind of humanized enough in the eyes and the facial expressions to give real character to him as well. Yeah, this guy looks amazing. Very rarely, we sometimes do get Super 7 figures on retail stores' shelves here in Japan, so I'm going to keep a lookout for this guy because I think I'm not convinced enough to pre-order him and go the mail order route, but if I'm just walking through a store and I happen to see him on a shelf, well, I mean, how could I not pick him up? Storm Collectibles have shown full reveal images of K from King of Fighters. I'm not a King of Fighters guy. We grew up in a Street Fighter household. That's how Mama raised me. And I can't really say if this is a good, bad, or indifferent version of the character, but based on Storm Collectibles' track record, I would hazard a guess that this is a pretty much perfectly realized version. I mean, say what you will about their style or their release schedule, but dang it, they know how to take a 2D character and just pluck them off the screen and make an awesome looking 3D version. And that's what this guy probably is. So with these Storm early reveals, they don't always throw in helpful things like release date and price, but price I'm guessing is going to be about $100, give or take. And release date, throw a dart at a calendar. That's your best bet. But still, he does look pretty cool. Jin Kazama and Kazuya Mishima from Tekken 8 have finally been fully revealed from SH Figure Arts, and dang it, Figure Arts. These look really good. I'm always very torn with Figure Arts. Sometimes they absolutely nail something, and other times they leave a big steaming pile of garbage on your shelf. Yeah, I'm still not over Guts. But these, at least in the images, they look real good, man. Perfect synergy. Revealing them, boom, on the same day that Tekken 8 is officially released. That's a nice little bit of working together going on there. These guys are going to be about 8,000 yen each, which, again, equates to probably about $80 if you're talking about shipping charges and all that kind of thing. It's always difficult with import figures. But they're both going to be hitting store shelves around about June, July time. And again, these are those ones that I won't go out of my way to pre-order. I don't need that. I'm not a huge Tekken fan, but I still can't help but get excited when I see really well realized figures. When they've taken a design and gone, boom, this is how we do it. So yeah, I think these look real pretty. Of course, the Tekken 8 roster is massive, so where they go from here, who knows? I don't need these guys, but man, if they did a cool looking Yoshimitsu or something, I could definitely be tempted by that. The Good Smile Company have shown off their Penguin Robot Kit. This just looks like a whole bunch of fun. Good Smile Company, they do kind of ready out-of-the-box action figures, and they do some model kits as well. This is kind of a model kit, but it's not a super intricate, tiny pieces and glue kind of thing. It's more of a snap-together sort of joint. And what you end up getting is this crazy mech cyber penguin girl, and I kind of love this. Being here in Japan, like these sort of sets are a dime a dozen. Like they release new figures and kits like this all the time on a near daily basis. But ever so occasionally one will catch my eye. And this, I don't know, I just love the penguins. I just think they look great. Kind of reminds me of Batman Returns, but not horrifying. More anime and cute. And this definitely hits that. It's expensive though. It's 1,500 yen. Well, sorry, no. I always say that the wrong way around. It's 15,000 yen. There you go. So over $100. A little bit too rich for my blood, but nonetheless though, I like to point out the funny pictures because she's there with like little robot penguins. It's adorable. A couple of Optimus Primes is now. Optimus Primes is? I don't know. Try and pluralize Optimus Primes. Regardless, I've forgotten the name. I've forgotten the name of it now. Phantasmo Studio. There you go. Phantasmo Studio SF01 Elite Leader. It's basically kind of a movie-looking Optimus Prime, but not staying beholden to any one design, so they can kind of bring in some of their own styles as well. I think that it's unofficial. I need to double check. I'm not entirely sure, but I couldn't find more information. Just a few nice pictures, and there you go. That's one I just wanted to cover quickly, because the one that I did actually get pretty excited about. YOLO Park have been absolutely killing it with their Transformers model kits. I hesitate to say the word model kit because you just put it together like a Build-A-Figure. It's not intricate at all. It's just the torso, arms, legs, head, and then a few armor pieces you snap on there. So even a doofus could actually do it, and I did, and I was very pleased with the results. This guy though, it's just a perfect G1 cartoon realization brought to life. They've done Megatron as well, and I'm looking around going, I don't need any more Optimus Primes. I've got enough Optimus Primae. I don't need another one. But if I saw this in the store, I think I would bite. Because also, the amazing thing is, YOLO Park, they're not crazy expensive either. For the design and the style and the quality that you get, they're very reasonably priced. You're probably looking at about $50 for a beautiful Transformer. I'm really taken by those. So yeah, the more I look at this Prime, the more I think, yeah, I've got all these Optimus Primes, but I mean, what's one more gonna hurt? All right, I'm gonna have to read off some of my notes here because this is all Greek to me, but I really wanted to show the pictures just because they're so pretty. So we've got Motor Nuclear die-cast action figure. Maybe that's the name of the company making it, because then I've got lower down Legend of Star General. So this is all Chinese stuff here. So it's going to be released in September of this year and priced at 2,688 RMB, which I guess is the Chinese currency. Wow, Geopolitics Jones coming at you here with all the pertinent information. But I just wanted to show off an awesome looking figure. I mean, ultimately that's what this channel is all about. Getting hype and getting excited about stuff because it's just fun to window shop sometimes. And this is pretty darn window shoppable. It's just the detail, the colors, children. It looks pretty awesome. No idea what this is, no idea what it's based on, but dang it, I think I really like it. McFarlane DC have shown off their glow-in-the-dark Hal Jordan Parallax figure. Going to be available around about March of this year and retailing for $30. So, I mean, gosh, at least it's not the $40 price tag, but woof, my goodness, McFarlane. Look, I'm a sucker for a glow-in-the-dark gimmick. That's always going to get my attention. And I thought the Parallax costume design was actually pretty wicked. So I can see a lot of appeal in this character, in this design right here. Although of course it's McFarlane and it's DC. So those are two things that I kind of shy away from. Nonetheless though, I call them like I see them. And this glowing boy right here, yeah, he looks like a lot of fun. And sticking with McFarlane, going up for pre-order tomorrow, I do believe, is the gold label Cassandra Cain Batgirl figure. This was an image, or a costume character design, you know what I'm trying to say, was revealed in the 90s. I think, now that I say that, was it the 90s? I think it was the late 90s. It was just after No Man's Land. Look at me trying to tell you about DC history. You're barking up the wrong tree there. What I will say though, This is a wicked design. It's cool. I really love just the complete blank face, and it's as simplistic and minimalistic as you like. But there's something a little bit Catwoman, a little bit Batman Returns Catwoman, where it's sort of stitched together. And yeah, it's just a badass design. I forget what her gimmick was. Was she mute or was she deaf? There was something about the character that was very kind of unique, specific to her. I got to remind myself. What I don't need any reminding of is that the costume does look very cool. And still with McFarlane, this time a Target exclusive going up for pre-order tomorrow, we've got The Rival. No, I'm not familiar with this guy at all. From the Injustice gang, I guess the evil JLA. Is he like Jokerized, or does he just have a really big smile? I don't know. I'm just spitballing on this one here. Jay Garrick? Is that the Flash he's based on with the tin hat? Man, my DC knowledge is shocking. Nonetheless though, we got a picture of this guy here. So for all you DC fans, I hope he means more to you than he does to me. I'm not saying he's bad, I'm just saying I don't know stuff. Ramen Toys have revealed some box art for their new Ramen Racer car, and oh my goodness, I'm real excited. I'm real excited to see if this can live up to the hype, because it's all well and good to see something and be like, oh, okay, that wasn't made, don't worry, hold my beer, I'm gonna do this. But then to actually deliver on the promises you make, it's going to be interesting to see. If this lives up to the hype, then that could be a little bit of a game changer. I'm real excited. And just seeing the box art alone, kind of gets the blood pumping a little bit. Over in Creator Corner, I want to shout out Hyperverse on Instagram, who has some really cool fan art mock-ups of what a new Spider-Verse wave could look like. I always love looking at Marvel Legends customs and concepts, especially when you get the box art as well. When you get the box art, it feels like more of a real kind of tangible thing that, could exist on store shelves. And some of these designs, I dig. And I like the way that they've taken what Marvel Legends would do in reusing old parts and putting things together and kind of kit bashing stuff to make these new figures. This isn't anything that, I can go too in-depth on, but I just thought this was a nice little thing to show off there. So if you want to take a closer look at them, then you can go check out the Instagram page. Over in Cosplay Corner, it's Nicole Marine Jean. Yep, it sure is. My goodness. This was one that was kind of eye-popping because of the bright colors. Again, I'm all about the colors. I'm such a simple creature. When just idly flicking through Instagram, I was like, oh, this is bright and vibrant and fun. And then I look a little closer and it's like, oh, and very pretty too. Very pretty. Okay, that's an easy Cosplay Corner one. So yeah, go check her out. I mean, let's face it, she ain't hurting for followers, but there's a reason for that. It's because she's doing amazing work. So yeah, go check her out. I think she's really cool. And folks, that does it for all the toy news for today. But we're not done yet when it comes to news in general. There's still a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, including Cosplay Corner, Artist Alley, and all the movies, video games, comic book, pro wrestling news, and all points in between that you want to hear about. So if you do want to hear about that, then you can do on the Daily Bungle over on my sister channel. The link is right down there in the description, right at the top. Boom. So if you want more model behavior, you don't have to go too far. But also, if you're making the foolhardy decision to peace out right now, then guess what? I ain't even mad at you. I'm very grateful for you watching this far. So gang, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.